Welcome viewers, you're now watching Hornbill TV's Northeast Express. First off, ahead of the 2026 Assam Assembly elections, over 100 leaders and social activists had joined the Indian National Congress in Guwahati. The mass joining program had been held at Rajiv Bhavan in the presence of APCC President Gaurav Gogoi and senior Congress leaders. Gogoi had highlighted that former MLA Virender Sethia and leaders from the BJP had joined the Congress, and Assam's youth involved in social service had also begun their political journey with the party. On the Zubin Garg probe, Gogoi had said that proper investigations had not been conducted and arrests had been made hastily. He had emphasized that the Congress had only sought justice and aimed to preserve Zubin Das' legacy. Gogoi had also added that true justice would be acknowledged only when Garg's family, especially Garima Garg, the wife of Zubin, had confirmed it. And not only that, but he had also appealed to the people of Assam to watch the upcoming film Roy Roy Binale, stating that it reflected Zubin Garg's philosophy and would help the youth understand his vision and values. Countering BJP claims that the justice had already been delivered, Gogoi had added that true justice would only be acknowledged when Zubin Garg's family, particularly Garima Garg, had confirmed that justice had been served. Until then, he had stated no claims by the BJP would be accepted as legitimate.
पूर्व विधायक हैं बराक वैली से कार्तिक सिन्हा जी, और ऐसे व्यक्ति हैं जिन्होंने पिछले चुनावों में बीजेपी के सिंबल पर विधानसभा चुनाव वो लड़े। लेकिन आज इन सभी की कांग्रेस में शामिल होने का एक ही कारण है कि हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी बीजेपी को अपने व्यक्तिगत निजी कंपनी के द्वारा इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। वो बीजेपी को अपने प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी यानी कि निजी कंपनी की तरह व्यवहार करते हुए सिर्फ और सिर्फ उनके परिवार और उनके 3-4 चुनिंदा मंत्रियों को और कैसे धन संपत्ति से और मजबूत किया जाए, यही उनका उद्देश्य है। तो इसीलिए अगर असम में हमें विकास चाहिए तो आज बीजेपी के लोग स्वयं कह रहे हैं कि हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी के नेतृत्व में ये नहीं मुमकिन। तो इसीलिए आज ये हमारा एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम हुआ। पिछले महीने में भी 10 तारीख को बीजेपी से 2 बड़े नेता ने हमारे दल में शामिल हुए। पिछले महीने में भी एक पूर्व विधायक विनंदर सैकिया जी और मानसिंह रोंगपी जी बीजेपी को छोड़ के आए, आज भी आ रहे हैं। और ये भी देखने को मिल रहा है कि असम की नई पीढ़ी जो समाज सेवा से जुड़ी हुई है, वो भी आज कांग्रेस दल में शामिल होकर अपनी राजनीतिक यात्रा शुरू कर रहे हैं। जुबिन गर्ग के लेकर असम के पुलिस ने बहुत गंभीर आरोप लगाए हैं। हत्या का आरोप लगाया है, कल्पेबल होमिसाइड का आरोप लगाया है। अब असम पुलिस की ये जिम्मेवारी बनती है कि इन्होंने ये जो गंभीर आरोप लगाए हैं, उस गंभीर आरोप को अदालत में सच साबित करने के लिए उनके पास सबूत होना चाहिए, और सबूत इकट्ठा करने के लिए तहकीकात करने की ज़रूरत है। ठोस सबूत चाहिए, तभी जाके मर्डर और कल्पेबल होमिसाइड जैसे गंभीर आरोप अदालत में पुलिस साबित कर पाएगी। लेकिन अफसोस की बात है कि इस प्रकार के आरोप पर जो जांच होनी चाहिए, जो पुलिस की तहकीकात होनी चाहिए, वो नहीं हो रही है। हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी इस पुलिस पूरे कार्रवाई को एक दूसरे दिशा में ले जा रहे हैं, जिससे लोगों के बीच में ये संदेह है कि जब तक हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी असम के मुख्यमंत्री बने रहेंगे तो जुबिन गर्ग की मृत्यु को लेकर वास्तविक सच्चाई लोगों के बीच में नहीं आएगी। जुबिन गर्ग को न्याय नहीं मिलेगा। जुबिन गर्ग के परिवार और उनके लाखों में समर्थकों को इंसाफ नहीं मिलेगा।
On October 10th, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma had highlighted the state government's significant process and the progress in public recruitment, announcing that Assam had been on track to deliver nearly 2 lakh appointments, surpassing its initial targets of 1 lakh. Speaking after the declaration of ADRE and other results, he had stated that the government had once again delivered on its promise of clean, transparent and merit-based recruitment. He had remarked that Assam had stood tall, setting a new benchmark for honesty, fairness and opportunity in public appointments. The Chief Minister had emphasized that the government had not only met but exceeded its targets, reflecting its commitment to the youth of Assam. He had underlined that the future of young generation had been secure and that their hard work had defined success in New Assam. The announcement had been seen as a milestone in Assam's public service recruitment, setting records for transparency and scale while reinforcing the government's promise to empower the state's youth through employment. Moving on to the next news. Debraj Roy, a 27-year-old software developer from Hailakandi, had paid tribute to his favorite artist, Zubin Garg. It was in a heartfelt way, and he had not only expressed his grief through social media but had also created a special website named Zubindar.online. It was to preserve the singer's legacy for generations to come. The website had been designed with clear and engaging sections including home, bio, journey, gallery, legacy and farewell. It also featured a link to Zubin Garg's Spotify discography. Zubin's timeless creation, Maya Bini, had been used as the background theme, giving the site a soulful touch that reflected the artist's spirit.
देवराज एक वेबसाइट बनाया है, बहुत लोगों ने श्रद्धांजलि दी। आपका ये अनोखा श्रद्धांजलि के बारे में बताइए।
जैसे जुबिंदा का डेथ हो गया हाल ही में, तो इस चीज़ लेके असम में जो भी चल रहा है क्रेज़, तो ऐसे भी बहुत सारे बाहर आउट ऑफ स्टेट और आउट ऑफ इंडिया भी लोग हैं जो पढ़ना चाह रहे हैं कि जुबिंदा एक्चुअली क्या करते थे, इतना भी क्या क्रेज़ है। तो वो चीज़ मैं भी खुद एज़ ए फ़ैन मैं भी गया विकिपीडिया में पढ़ने के लिए कि हाँ, उनके बारे में पर्सनल लाइफ़ कहाँ पे, क्योंकि लोग बोल रहे थे करीमगंज कॉलेज से भी है। तो चीज़ को मैंने देखना चाहता कि हाँ, ये तो वहाँ पे जाने के बाद मेरे को चीज़ें थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लगा कि वो बोरिंग सा यूआई है और बहुत सारा पैराग्राफ है, तो इतना लोग इतना नहीं पढ़ेंगे। मैं खुद इतना इरिटेट हो रहा कि इतना कौन पढ़ेगा। तो वो चीज़ को मैंने सोचा कि एज़ ए ट्रिब्यूट मैं गुवाहाटी जा नहीं पाया उनका लास्ट फेयरवेल में, तो वो चीज़ मैं सोचा मैं घर में बैठ के एज़ ए डेवलपर मैं कर सकता हूँ वो चीज़ें। जो फ्यूचर जनरेशन आ रहा है उनके लिए वो चीज़ ईज़ी बना सकता हूँ, तो क्यों ना करूँ मैं। तो मैंने वो चीज़ एज़ ए फ़ैन एज़ ए ट्रिब्यूट देने के लिए वो चीज़ मेरा तरीक़े से किया। तो अभी लोगों को इतना मेरे को नहीं पता कि इतना भी हो जाएगा, बट अभी वो बहुत ज़्यादा ही स्प्रेड हो गया।
Security forces had conducted extensive operation across Kakching and Imphal East districts in Manipur, recovering a large cache of weapons, ammunitions, explosives and other related equipment. They had also apprehended a KYKL cadre in Imphal West during the coordinated drive. In Kakching district, at Chinkakpam Turel, Buffalo Farm under Kakching police station, the forces had seized an AK Ghatak, a G3 rifle, a modified single-barrel rifle, 4 bolt-action rifles, incest LMG and rifle magazines, an SMG magazine, a 51mm HE mortar bomb, a hand grenade with detonator, 2 Pompe explosives, 60 rounds of live ammunition, 2 tear smoke shells, 2 Baofeng handsets, 2 helmets and a bulletproof jacket, 2 magazine pouches, a pistol holster and a pair of tactical shoes. During simultaneous operation in the Changsang Hill Range area under Sangolmang Police Station in Imphal East, the recovered items had included 2 SBBLs, a DBBL and a shotgun SBBL, a country-made carbine without magazine, a country-made 32 pistol, an empty 9mm carbine magazine, 34 rounds of live ammunition, 5 anti-riot cartridges, a camouflage helmet, an iron plate suspected to be used for body protection, and a bulletproof jacket. In a separate operation in Imphal West, the forces had arrested Kangyambam Joychandar Singh alias Nande, age 37 and sub-sergeant of the KYKL from Uripok Hudrom Lekai under Imphal police station. His permanent residence had been identified as Kumbi Laishang Lekha in Bishnupur district. This coordinated operation had been part of continuing efforts to curb insurgency, control arms proliferation and prevent violent activities across Manipur. Kachar police on the wee hours of Thursday conducted a special operation against illegal transportation of a huge quantity of narcotic drugs at Rangpur under the jurisdiction of Silchar police station, and based on a credible intelligence input, intercepted one suspected truck at Madhura Point, Rangpur, coming from Kolkata via Lumding Silchar road and going towards Tripura. During a thorough search, the police team recovered 36 drums each containing 4 cartons of ASKUF cough syrup, having 150 bottles per carton, which makes a total of 21,600 bottles of cough syrup found from this vehicle. Informed SSP Kachar Numal Mahata while talking to Eastern Chronicle on Thursday evening. Mahata also added that in this connection, 2 persons have been apprehended, namely Bapi Halda 45, Tapas Biswan 42, both residents of North 24 Paraganas district of West Bengal. The value of the seized narcotic substance in the black market is estimated to be about 2.16 crore, and during preliminary investigation it has come to light that the illegal substance have been transported from West Bengal and were on its way to Tripura with final destination Bangladesh. He informed further investigation into this matter is still ongoing.
বা নিচাযুক্ত সামগ্ৰীৰ অবৈধ সৰবৰাহৰ বিৰুদ্ধে আমাৰ অভিযান অব্যাহত আছে। অসমৰ মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়াই অসম ৰাজ্যখনক সম্পূৰ্ণৰূপে ড্ৰাগছ মুক্ত কৰিব বিচাৰিছে আৰু তেওঁৰ এটা পৰিকল্পনা আছে আৰু এই পৰিকল্পনাৰ ওপৰত আমি দুহাই দি আমি অহৰহভাৱে আমি ড্ৰাগছ বিৰোধী অভিযান চলাই গৈছোঁ। আৰু আজি পুৱতি নিশা আমি এটা বিশেষ খবৰ পম খেদি আমি এটা অভিযান চলাইছিলোঁ আৰু এই অভিযানটো আমাৰ ৰংপুৰ অঞ্চলত এই অভিযানটো চলিছিলে আৰু ৰংপুৰ অঞ্চলত অভিযান চলি থাকোঁতে আমি চুবুৰীয়া ৰাজ্যৰ পৰা অহা এখন ট্ৰাক, এই ট্ৰাকখনৰ নাম্বাৰ হ'ল WB29B1996। এইটো চুবুৰীয়া ৰাজ্য পশ্চিমবংগলৰ পৰা এই ট্ৰাকখন আহিছিলে আৰু তাত 36টা তেলৰ ড্ৰাম আছিলে, ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ তেলৰ ড্ৰাম আছিলে আৰু সেই ড্ৰামবিলাকৰ ভিতৰতে তেওঁলোকে 21,600টা নিচাযুক্ত কফ চিৰাপ তেওঁলোকে সৰবৰাহ কৰিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিছিলে। আৰু আমি এই বিশেষ গোপন সূত্ৰৰ পম খেদি যেতিয়া আমি অভিযান চলাওঁ, এই গোটেই সামগ্ৰীখিনি তাৰ পৰা ড্ৰামবিলাকৰ ভিতৰত, ড্ৰামবিলাক দেখিলে কোনো ধৰিব নোৱাৰে এইটো তেলৰ ড্ৰাম বুলি ভাবিব, কিন্তু ড্ৰামবিলাক যেতিয়া আমি কাটিছোঁ, কটাৰ ফলত এই যিবিলাক সামগ্ৰীসমূহ এই অবৈধ নাৰ্কটিক ছাবষ্টেন্সেছ আমি তাৰ পৰা উদ্ধাৰ কৰিবলৈ সক্ষম হৈছোঁ। আৰু তাৰ লগতে জড়িত 2জনকৈ ব্যক্তিক আমি ইতিমধ্যে এৰেষ্ট কৰিছোঁ। তাৰে এজনৰ নাম বাপি হালদাৰ, চৰকতলা, বনগাঁও আৰু 24 পৰগনা জিলা। দ্বিতীয়জন ব্যক্তি হৈছে তাপস বিশ্বাস, তেওঁৰ গাঁও হ'ল মামা ভাগিনা আৰু জিলাৰ নাম হ'ল তেওঁ 24 পৰগনা ৱেষ্ট বেংগল। তেওঁলোক 2জনকে আমি এৰেষ্ট কৰিছোঁ আৰু ইতিমধ্যে আমি অধিক সোধপোছ আমি চলাই গৈছোঁ। যেতিয়া আমি গোটেইখিনি সামগ্ৰীখিনি তাত জব্দ কৰিলোঁ, আমাৰ সৈতে তাত ইণ্ডিপেণ্ডেণ্ট উইটনেছ আমাৰ তাত মজুদ আছিলে আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ উপস্থিতিতে আমি গোটেই সামগ্ৰীখিনি জব্দ কৰিছোঁ। আৰু জব্দকৃত সামগ্ৰীখিনিৰ আনুমানিক চোৰাং বজাৰৰ তাৰ মূল্য হৈছে প্ৰায় 2,16 লাখৰো অধিক। গতিকে এই যিখিনি সামগ্ৰী আমি লাভ কৰিলোঁ, চিজ কৰিলোঁ, এই সামগ্ৰীখিনি আমি দূৰ তদন্ত চলাই আছোঁ যে কেনেকৈ চুবুৰীয়া ৰাজ্যৰ পৰা এই সামগ্ৰীখিনি ইয়ালৈ আহিছিলে আৰু বৰাক উপত্যকাদি এই সামগ্ৰীখিনি তেওঁলোকে অবৈধভাৱে সৰবৰাহ কৰি বাংলাদেশলৈ লৈ যোৱাৰ তেওঁলোকৰ পৰিকল্পনা আছিলে বুলি আমি প্ৰাৰম্ভিক তদন্তত আমি গম পাইছোঁ। গতিকে আমি 2জন ব্যক্তিক যিসকলক আমি গ্ৰেপ্তাৰ কৰিছোঁ, তেওঁলোকৰ সোধপোছ আমি অব্যাহত ৰাখিছোঁ আৰু ইয়াৰ আওতাত যিসকল আহিব, তদন্তৰ আওতাত যিসকল আহিব তেওঁলোকৰ বিৰুদ্ধে কঠোৰতম আইনগত ব্যৱস্থা ল'বৰ কাৰণে আমি তৎপৰ হৈ আছোঁ। আৰু এটাই কথা আমি ক'ব পাৰোঁ যে আমাৰ এই যি অভিযান আছে ই অব্যাহত থাকিব আৰু জিলাখনক ট্ৰেনজিট পইণ্ট হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি এটা দুষ্ট চক্ৰই এই অবৈধ বেহা চলাই যাবৰ কাৰণে অহৰহ চেষ্টা কৰি আছে আৰু তেওঁলোকে নিত্য নতুন মডাছ অপাৰেণ্ডি তৈয়াৰ কৰি এই ধৰণে কাম কৰি যাবৰ কাৰণে তেওঁলোকে চেষ্টা কৰিছে। কিন্তু প্ৰতিবাৰতে আমি তেওঁলোকৰ এই যি কুপ্ৰচেষ্টা তাক আমি সফল কাম হ'বলৈ দিয়া নাই, আমি ধৰা পেলাইছোঁ আৰু জিলাখনত যেতিয়ালৈকে ড্ৰাগছৰ এই অবৈধ সৰবৰাহ চলি থাকিব আমাৰো অভিযান অব্যাহত থাকিব।
Addressing the ongoing crisis in Manipur, Meghalaya Chief Minister and National People Party NPP President Conrad K. Sangma met Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla yesterday in Imphal. The meeting focused on exploring solutions to restore peace and normalcy in the strife-torn state. Speaking to the media after the meeting, CM Sangma stated they shared and discussed the suggestions, which came from different organizations, on what time the administration from the government of Manipur and the government of India could do to bring back normalcy. A positive discussion took place and the suggestions provided by the National People's Party were well received. Sangma emphasized the NPP's firm stance on the unity and territorial integrity of Manipur amid growing calls from certain quarters for bifurcation of the state. Quoted, "We have been very clear that the territorial integrity of Manipur is something that the NPP believes in. Bifurcating the state of Manipur is not the stand of the NPP," he clarified. The Meghalaya CM underlined the need for inclusive dialogue and political will to resolve the depending and the deepening crisis.
In the evening, after the meeting with different organizations and different stakeholders, I had the opportunity to meet His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Manipur, and I shared and discussed these points and these suggestions that came from different organizations on what the administration from government of Manipur, in the sense from the governor's office and the entire administration, and from government of India, what steps could be taken to bring back normalcy. And a very long discussion took place, and I must say a very positive discussion took place. And the suggestions given by the NPP were very positively received, and we got a very positive response also from the Honorable Governor. And we would like to thank him also for his time and also for accepting the different suggestions that have been given by the National People's Party. We are a party that was born in the state of Manipur, and today a political party that has spread its wings across the northeast. We are the only political party in the entire country which is a national party and made purely, I should use the word again, purely by the states of the northeast. Our party is a party that maintains its organizational structure, but our ears are on the ground. We are not a political party that looks at a high command structure, but a political party that is right here to work with the people, listen to the voice of the people, listen to the concerns and voice of our leaders at the state level, and act immediately. And that is what makes the National People's Party a party that is truly made by the people of the Northeast and for the people of the Northeast. And therefore, we are working hard to ensure that the National People's Party grows from strength to strength. We feel that there's a strong vacuum which the National People's Party is in a good position to come in and take that vacuum, and we are preparing ourselves to ensure that as an organization we stand together to take the party forward. Having said that, today, after this press conference, I will be proceeding to Kangpopi. And also I will have a stop at Senapati. And along the way, I will also stop in Tadobi on my way finally to Dimapur. And along the way, I will be meeting CSOs from different communities in Kangpopi, as well as other CSOs also from different communities in Senapati. And I'll be meeting the family members of our former president and our very dear leader, late Kaisiji, and his entire family members will be there. I'll be stopping over in his residence in Maram Tadobi area to once again meet the family members of our late leader. And as I said, from there I will proceed to Dimapur, where again tomorrow I will be having a detailed meeting with the National People's Party legislatures and the party leaders from the state of Nagaland. So this was a very brief report on the activities in the last 24 hours and the activities in the next 24 hours. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask, I'll be very happy to reply to them. Thank you very much.
Separate administration is one of the main demands of the Kukis people. So would you agree with these demands? Because of the reasons we cannot meet each other so far.
We have been very clear from day one, and our leaders at the state level have made our stand very clear, that the territorial integrity of Manipur is something that the National People's Party believes in, and we are not here to compromise on that. Within the territorial integrity and the entire boundary of Manipur, whether it's geographical or constitutional, discussions can be held on how certain administrations could function. But looking at having a separate, completely separate administration and completely bifurcating the state of Manipur is not the stand of the National People's Party. So we're very clear on that. But yes, discussions must take place. We have always stressed that there is always a meeting point which can be reached. It depends on the will and depends on the dialogue and depends on the overall commitment that all the stakeholders have. And through this platform and through the press and media, I would like to appeal all the communities that it has been too long. And for many, many years now, communities and people have been of Manipur are suffering. And innocent people are suffering today. And therefore, it is a responsibility of all communities and all leaders to find a way forward. And therefore, whatever differences there may be, as the National People's Party, we would urge the different communities to come together, discuss on the table what are the issues, and try to take things forward. Because if we keep sticking to positions and not focusing on the issues, we will not be able to get anywhere. So therefore, it is important that we focus on what matters, on the issues that are there, discuss it, and we should not stick to positions, because in discussion and negotiation, if we stick to positions, we'll never be able to move forward.
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.